Man, this one got hip-hop Twitter on fire. Dame Dash, the same legend who helped build Rockefeller and once ran the game like a boss in the early 2000s, just jumped back into the spotlight and it blew up in his face. Out of nowhere, he came for Mase and Camron, accusing them of being sellouts and calling their viral "It Is What It Is" show nothing but industry fluff. But if you know Mase and Cam, you know they don't play. When Dame tried to check them, they didn't just clap back, they cooked him live on air and the whole internet's been clowning ever since. Let's run it back for a second. Dame hopped on IG Live doing his usual talk about how hip-hop lost its realness. But this time, he dropped names, straight up saying Mase and Cam switched up for a bag and let white media control their narrative. He even said, "Them boys went corporate. That ain't Harlem energy no more." That clip spread faster than wildfire. Within hours, every page, meme, and comment section was lit up.
Killer, what's good, man?
What's good, bro? How you today?
Chilling, man.
What's going down, man?
There's a lot going down, man. Pause.
This isn't the Cam that I thought that I was co-signing. I would never expect you to be this person.
How you doing, man?
What's up? What's going down? What am I missing? What's happening?
What I'm seeing you're doing on your platform is just tearing down other black men.
I'm here to make sure you good, you know?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, man. I'm good. It sounds like you want to say something. Get this sound. What you got? Some lyrics? What you got? What do you got? Because I have a folder for defensive purposes at all times. It's a folder. I have my folder available.
Yeah, I hope you're ready, man.
I don't know what you're up to, but
I'm seeing you sit with your ops and talk about your brothers. OG.
I'm on your team, you know?
Good. You got the pink on today, I see. Both of you, actually. Yeah, so it looks nice, man. I don't know what you up to, but I know you too long to know something's about to happen, but I'm ready.
You talk about them when they're not in the room, and that's just not Harlem shit. You supposed to step to somebody and challenge them in their face. Pause.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, can I ask you some things, you know?
Good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, how you doing though? How you doing?
I told you I'm fine. I'm still doing fine from 90 seconds ago. I'm still doing great. You know, I know you.
I just want to make sure you're good.
Why wouldn't I be good though? My bad. I was actually looking for the topics. Now I was looking for the topic, so now I can focus.
Yeah.
Why would I be good, man? What's going on?
I just want to make sure you're well, yo.
No,
that's all.
I'm actually, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Is it people out there that's not well?
I have things that I want to say, and I think I want to talk clearly, so I'm not going to sit here and grit my teeth all day for all that, and I don't care. Get your joke. But know that right now I'm in my dentist office.
Folks were side-eyeing Dame hard, because truth be told, he's been out the picture for years while Mase and Cam been running one of the hottest shows in the culture. So when Dame threw shade like that, it came off real bitter, like he couldn't handle watching the new kings of Harlem shine without him. Guys, Dame really didn't see that one coming. Mase and Camron clapped back fast, like next episode fast, and they torched him with zero mercy. On It Is What It Is, they didn't just defend themselves, they straight up turned it into a Harlem masterclass in humiliation. Cam stared gone into the camera and said, "Yo, Dame, we not your interns no more. You had your time, now we got ours." The whole room erupted, and Mase followed up laughing. "You talking about selling out, but you've been trying to sell yourself since Jay left you." The crowd went wild. It was bold, funny, and slick, the kind of Harlem energy fans been missing. That moment hit different. Cam doubled down too, saying, "We don't do fake boss talk, we do results." That line blew up all over social media. Fans started quoting it, remixing it, turning it into memes. It was everywhere. People were dragging Dame for acting like it's still 2002, stuck in his glory days, while Mase and Cam are out here dominating YouTube, pulling in millions of views, locking down brand deals, and staying relevant. And you could tell it stung, because back in the Rockefeller days, Dame used to talk that same boss energy. But now, he's the one online talking about what could have been. So when Mase and Cam hit him with those lines, it felt poetic, like the game came full circle with the students finally teaching the teacher how it's really done. Once those clips dropped, boom, the internet exploded. Fans were all over Dame's page, tagging him nonstop and calling him out for picking the wrong battle. The comment sections were on fire. People writing stuff like, Dame trying to act relevant again, and Cam just cooked him with one sentence. Even gossip blogs jumped in, posting headlines like, Dame Dash gets clowned by Harlem's finest. And honestly, that's exactly what it looked like. Mase and Cam didn't just defend themselves, they destroyed him so bad that Dame had to disappear from the spotlight for a minute. But instead of owning it, Dame tried flipping the script. He went live again, saying, I wasn't dissing them, I was just speaking facts about the culture. But come on, fans weren't buying that for a second.
Is it people out there losing their mind?
Yeah, just making sure we good, you know.
For some reason, people justify like, oh, I'm a journalist now, so I can interview male strippers.
Oh,
yeah.
Who's losing their mind? You know them?
I used to know. I don't know where everybody is today, you know?
Yeah, you're right. The people from before and the people today.
Yeah.
I ain't know if you talk about the Pirates of the Caribbean.
He won't, like I haven't called him a lot, but when I did call, he doesn't pick up. And I think he's publicly said he doesn't pick up my calls because he can't win this argument with me or, you know, over, I don't know.
I know who you was talking about, man.
That's what I wanted to say, Kim. You gotta chill out, Kim. You gotta chill out, Kim.
Yo, you wild, man.
For my birthday, you gotta chill out, Kim.
You're wild, man. Ain't even your birthday month no more. I don't know what to say. You turning into a chatty patty.
Stop this show.
Bro, don't be a chatty patty. Oh man, my bad.
That's why I was asking you, are you okay?
Yeah, I was trying to. I was looking for the topics. I wasn't sure. I didn't put make sure I found the topic now.
Yeah.
I kind of was just making sure. Now I understand what's going on. I'm usually not that slow, but yeah, man. I guess I'm all right.
Okay, that's all that matters.
All right.
Okay. Well,
How you good, Chris? How you doing, Chris?
I'm a chatty patty.
No, I said, I was asking, how you doing, Chris? I heard somebody say your name too.
You have a show on Revolt, but I'm confused because I spoke to you because you guys called me to buy The Reasonable Doubt or the Rockefeller 8 and offered me like just enough where I wouldn't make any money, but y'all just wanted to with Jay-Z. I said, I'll do it because you guys could go, I don't really want to have any parts of it, but you need a plan so we can make some money. I want to edit it. I had $7 million on the table that I never closed, but I was like, just pass the plugs. Pause. Like if you guys are in a position when you have ads or someone's paying you sponsorship, like pass it. Oh, I can't do that because of Mase. You blamed it on Mase. You said Mase wouldn't look out. Like you couldn't do nothing because Mase. That you had to do your own thing because of Mase. But, it's funny because Mase is the only one that called me and said, yo, I don't like that shit they do to you. Let me give you a shout out because no one else will. So now I don't even know if it was Mase. But I didn't like that you even threw the man under the bus.
I was just checking.
Yeah.
I was just saying, man, if you good?
Yeah, I'm good,
All right,
man.
so if you good, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh man, my stomach is hurting. This nigga here, man.
Yeah.
Wild nigga, man.
hey.
People started digging through old clips, pulling up every interview where Dame threw shade at folks doing better than him. One viral post even resurfaced an old video of him after Rockefeller fell apart, yelling, "He ain't the boss, I am," under a Jay-Z headline. The comments under that clip, savage. Fans writing, "Bro been mad since 2005. And Dame never learned to move on. It was bad." Meanwhile, Mase and Cam were doubling down on their next show, keeping that same Harlem confidence. They joked, "Dame always talks about ownership, but he don't own peace." And then Mase hit him with the knockout line. "If we sold out, at least we sold something. You've been giving speeches for free for 20 years. The whole studio went crazy. People were crying, laughing. Even Cam had to step off camera to catch his breath from laughing too hard. You could tell this wasn't just some petty clap back. This was about setting the record straight. Mase and Cam made it clear they've always been Harlem legends, built from the ground up, standing on business, never needing validation from anyone, especially not Dame Dash. The fans were eating it up like crazy. Clips from that episode were going viral left and right. TikTok edits, memes, sound bites, it was everywhere. People online started calling Mase and Cam the new kings of Harlem media and saying they handled Dame's shots like true pros. Even celebrities jumped in. Fat Joe dropped a comment saying, Cam and Mase too funny. They Harlem for real. And even NORE couldn't help but laugh at how they flipped Dame's insults into a full-blown comedy special. But what really hit different was their calm energy. They didn't yell, didn't get heated. They just laughed and cracked jokes while making Dame look like he was still living in a time warp.
I know you're mad because I said 50-50 patted you. Why? He didn't pat you on the ass, pause. He patted you on the hips. Either way, my advice to you is don't let another man pat you on your hips. That's advice. And if you do something funny, like let another man smack you on the hip, I saw Snoop Dogg on your show, and he said, what's my motherfucking name? And you sang the girl part. You said, pause. Snoop Doggy Dog.
And I
if
am
no
him,
one teased
Slim
you
with
around
the
you,
tilted brim. What's my motherfucking name?
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Ken, you beefing with Omar Epps. No, I'm sorry. Omar, what's his name? Gooding? Yeah, Omar Gooding.
Much respect, Dame. Don't help. Don't help, Dame. Don't. Man called me every Omar but Gooden. Just.
You're rapping. You have a rap battle with Omar Epps, and he's calling with Omar. What's his face? What's his name? Gooden.
Mr. Dash. My man said, what's his name again? You sure that's his name? It ain't Epps. You sure it ain't Epps? You sure? Omar who? That's what we talk about? Oh, no, the rap.
I don't know what really happened. I saw clips, but I don't think it's a good time to pay someone to come someplace so that you could take them without their shirt on behind a door.
Hold on, what is he putting on? Is that? Oh,
Yes.
shit, hold on. He putting on some shit to make him skinny. Hey, yo, look, hold on, you fat bastard. You gotta put some shit on to make him skinny. Oh, shit, tuck his waist in.
When you called me and said that Kevin Hart was bothering you and he teased you too much, I said, he knows you're with me. And the next time I saw him, I got at him.
Look, Cam, if he ever bothers you again, look at these Uggs right now. Don't you ever put pressure on anybody in my crew again when you wearing these Uggs. You got on Uggs. Cam, you see him? You see him? Cam, you see him? Don't play with me.
Cam, I dare you to ask
Yeah, and his breath stink bad right now. Ask his girl how bad his breath stink right now. This nigga eating mayonnaise gum. I don't know what's going on.
On your behalf, he's still mad at me over that. For me, if you have something to say, if you don't go on a television show and speak on it, give them the respect of calling them.
Watching it felt like seeing the new Harlem energy clown the old school ego right out the room. The message couldn't be clearer. This ain't 2002 anymore. The game done changed, the platform's done changed, and if you ain't adapting, you fading fast. And Dame, yeah, he's been fading for a long time. But this one cut deep because once upon a time, he was that guy. Back in the day, Dame Dash was the face of confidence in hip-hop. He helped build Rockefeller with Jay-Z and Kareem Biggs Burke, and for a minute, he was running the whole industry like a boss. But that power didn't last forever. When Jay-Z broke off and Rockefeller crumbled, Dame never really bounced back. He's been chasing that same old spark ever since, starting new labels, launching random projects, and giving endless speeches about ownership. But let's keep it real, none of it ever hit the same. So when Mase and Cam started killing it with It Is What It Is, you could tell it stung. They're younger, fresher, and actually winning in a lane Dame never conquered, media. And the wild part, Mase and Cam were once part of his world. They all came up in that early 2000s Harlem scene. Flashy suits, popping bottles, rock parties, the whole Harlem hustle Dame used to brag about. But now the tables have turned. Mase and Cam are living comfortably, running their own empire, locking down deals, and doing it all with humor, style, and real business sense. Meanwhile, Dame's still online arguing about who owes him credit. That's a long fall from grace, and fans can see it clear as day. So when Mase looked in the camera and said, "We not your little bros anymore." That line cut deep because it was pure truth. These were the same guys who once looked up to Dame like a mentor. Now they're laughing at him on live TV, and the culture's laughing too. It's like hip-hop finally caught up to what's been obvious for years. Dame's stuck preaching about loyalty and legacy, but he's not showing results. People respect what he built, sure, but they're tired of the lectures from a man still holding on to the past instead of building something new. Then Cam dropped the knockout line that ended the whole debate. "You can't call yourself a boss if nobody wants to work with you." Boom! That one hit like a punch to the gut and went viral instantly. Clips, tweets, and reels blew up everywhere with people saying, "That's the realest thing anyone's told Dame in years." And they weren't wrong. You can't keep screaming, "I'm a boss," when every bridge behind you is burned down. Jay-Z don't mess with him. Kanye don't mention him. Even Beanie Siegel and State Property moved on. And now even Harlem's own Mase and Cam had to publicly tell him to chill.
So the last time me and Dame spoke, he called me and he like, "Yo, you down with the Pap Pap Club?" And I'm like, what are you talking about, Dame? Now I seen you with 50. You came in and padded your pockets. What's up with that? I said, pardon me. I said, it wasn't nothing. It was all good. He said, nah, Cam, you can't be down with the Pap Pap Club. That's a Pap Pap. I was just laughing. I said, this Dame is crazy. So he says, "Yo, you mind if I talk about it? Because me and 50 going through something." I said, "I don't care, do whatever you want to do." So he ends up talking about it a couple weeks later, and then it says, "Yo, Cam letting us come up and smack him on the ass." See, it always goes too far. You didn't tell me that on the phone, because I would not okay for you to say that niggas is coming up smacking me on the ass, because nobody's coming up smacking me on the ass. So then I was like, see, this is, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So then I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a little freestyle I shot a video for, and I was like, it's real disappointing when your OG turns snaggletooth in the song. And I had him in the video with his situation. I said, I can't even, I love the nigga too much. I can't even put this out. I felt bad after I shot it. But he's on the internet telling niggas what you do. This is exact words. What you do when a big strong nigga come smack you on the ass. And I'm like, yo.
Fans started calling it the Harlem reality check, saying Mase and Cam just did what the whole industry's been waiting to do for years, finally put Dame Dash in his place. Because sometimes the loudest one in the room needs a reminder that the world's already moved on. And that's exactly what they delivered with jokes, class, and straight up truth. After all that roasting and chaos online, Dame tried to bounce back again with another IG Live. But by then, the moment was gone. The internet had already chosen sides and Mase and Cam had officially won. Dame went live saying, "I'm happy for them. I just wish they'd stay real and not turn corporate." But nobody was buying it. The tone was off. It sounded less like confidence and more like damage control. Even fans who once respected him started saying, "He's bitter, not better." And Mase and Cam, they didn't even waste time responding. They just kept dropping new episodes, kept laughing, kept winning. And honestly, that silence hurt the most. For a guy like Dame, who built his name on being loud and dominant, being completely ignored was the ultimate humiliation. The world moved on without him, and that's the cold truth. But behind the scenes, some insiders say this whole situation might have been a wake-up call for Dame Dash. Word is, he's finally realizing the game evolved while he stayed stuck in the past. The new wave of creators like Mase and Cam already figured out how to mix entertainment, business, and culture without losing who they are. They're getting money without chasing labels, staying independent, and keeping their personalities raw and authentic. And here's the twist, that's exactly what Dame used to preach about back in his prime. But the difference is, Mase and Cam ain't just talking it, they're living it.
Me and Dame got to an argument one time. I said, yo, we was going back and forth about some shit. Oh yeah, it was about Kanye's house. He said, yeah, I just left Kanye's house. He got horse shit, you got dog shit in your house. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, what's this about? Yeah, I'm just saying you ain't getting it like that. I'm like, dang, where are we going with this? He's talking about, I'm just saying, nigga, it took me 35 minutes from the driveway to get up to his house. I said, oh, dang, all right, no problem. He said, you live in a little house. I said, Dave, you never been to all my houses. I said, Dave, my crib in Florida is 9,000 square feet. Oh, that's still little. That's a little house. 9,000 square, okay. Out of here, you ain't doing this, doing that. I said, Dave, I own all my houses. You don't own any of your houses. He said, yeah, who want to own a house in a recession? I said, that's the time to own them.
Anyone can sound articulate and tough or confident when no one's there to challenge them. I just wish that we could have a conversation so that the things that you're saying so confidently, I could give you the right advice about your perspective on them. Like, I would never think that the Cam I knew would use his platform to sit with his old ops and talk about his brothers. Also, you're talking to Memphis Bleak on your platform about the presidency of Rockefeller. Number one, it was the vice presidency that we spoke about. But all we did was have a conversation between someone that I respected to be able to have a real conversation with. Until I got to talk to the rest of my crew about it, it's just called talking ideas. Where I'm from, it's not thorough to have a really private conversation and go to the radio and tell everybody before everyone else knows.
So Bleak, keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Because I felt the little tension or whatever. But what was the vibe when he said, yo, I announced it, did show, I think I'm going to make Cam the president of Rockefeller.
That's where the hate came.
That's where it went left.
That's what I was like, what? What just happened? Like I f with homie, he doing his thing, but the president of Rockefeller? Are you kidding me?
And now you're saying something about the presidency, which is not true. Sitting with people that you used to disrespect daily, at least that's what I used to see, laughing about the fact that you misspoke, not caring about how much damage that caused to Rockefeller. Memphis Bleak told you that started everything. That's not some Harlem shit. That's some young. So now that I'm seeing how you're laughing at it, I'm wondering if you did it on purpose. And then you attacked my art.
Fans were quick to catch that too. One tweet went viral saying, Dame spent 20 years preaching ownership, and Cam and Mase just showed him how it's done. That one line summed it up perfectly and racked up thousands of likes. It was poetic justice. The students turning into the teachers, schooling the mentor with laughs instead of lectures. The whole thing showed how the culture flipped. The energy, the hustle, the game, it's in new hands now. Whether Dame takes this as a lesson or keeps doubling down on old pride, who knows? But one thing's clear, Mase and Cam just proved why they're the real Harlem legends now. They've always been sharp, real, and fearless, and they proved it again. Mase and Cam don't sugarcoat a thing. When somebody comes for them, they clap back Harlem style, with confidence, humor, and straight facts. In the end, Dame Dash might have sparked this drama, but Mase and Camron finished it for good. They didn't just defend their name. They embarrassed him so publicly that even people who never watched It Is What It Is started tuning in just to see what they'd say next. The chemistry between them, the flow, the energy, it's unmatched. The way they handled it showed exactly why they're running this new wave of hip-hop talk. They turned what could have been beef into a viral empire move. Meanwhile, for Dame, that had to sting hard. The same man who once yelled, "I'm the boss," just got checked by two Harlem legends on their turf, and the whole world laughed while watching it go down. That's what happens when ego crashes into evolution. The game changed, and Mase and Cam proved they're not just part of it. They lead it now. They didn't just win the argument, they won the moment, the culture, and the crowd. And Dame Dash, once again, he got left behind in history, while the new kings keep shining on. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more stories where hip-hop truth meets entertainment. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.